That marble couldn't stand up to Chicago's rough winters, and it started to buckle. And they were afraid it was going to chip off and fall to the ground. They had to replace all of the marble with granite. It cost more to replace the marble than it did to build the building in the first place. So on the left is a building that has quite a few balconies hanging off of the side of it. That's called Aqua. Aqua is the largest project given to an architectural firm that's headed by a woman. That woman's name is Jeannie Gang. It's 87 stories tall. Some of the balconies extend off of the building 12 feet, which is pretty impressive. Because of the way that the balcony is situated on the building and also because of the glass facade, it looks like water is trickling on the building, which is appropriate for a building whose name is Aqua. The top portion of the building has condos, the middle portion has rentals, the bottom portion is a hotel. Just to give you guys a heads up, for the rest of the tour, we're going to stick to the right side of the boat. Off on the right, we're back to that hotel, the Sheraton Center Hotel. It was designed by Solomon Crowell and Benz and completed in 1996. It has green windows, which pays tribute to the color of the Chicago River. Inside of that building, there is a 40,000 square foot ballroom. That's the size of an American football field. And there aren't any pillars in that ballroom, so you can dance all the way around it. You don't have to worry about running into a single pillar. Off on the right side of the boat, slightly in front of us, is a building that's going to come into view that has a gold ball at the top. Off on the right, slightly in front of us, the building with the gold ball at the top is the Intercontinental Hotel. It's located on the Magnificent Mile. The top of the building was originally designed so that Zeppelins could land at the top. So Zeppelins, they look like huge blimps. They were a cross between an airplane and a cruise ship. So how cool is that? You be in a Zeppelin, then you get dropped off at the top of the building. Well, the Hindenburg disaster happened. This particular Zeppelin, it caught on fire and it crashed to the ground. So Zeppelins went out of favor. So today, the top of the building is just ornamentation. On the right, the building that has the dark windows with the dark panels is NBC Towers. It pays tribute to Rockefeller Center in New York City. The dark windows and the dark panels gives the building a feeling of height. Pushed back kind of far from the river's edge is a tall black building with two white antenna at the top. That's the John Hancock Building, standing at 1,127 feet in the air. A lot of people, especially those who don't live in Chicago, confuse the John Hancock with the former Sears Tower. The easiest way to tell the difference, the John Hancock has X braces on the front. Also, the John Hancock Building, it boasts having the tallest or the highest ice skating rink in the world. There's an ice skating rink on the 94th floor of the building. On the right, the building that has that section of green windows is the Gleacher Center. It belongs to the University of Chicago, and inside there's 27 classrooms. If you look on the west side of the building, you can see that there aren't very many windows there. The architect, Dirk Lohan, came under a lot of scrutiny for not putting windows on the west side. He says that students should be inside studying and not looking down on the windows. Next door, the building that says Fidelity at the bottom is the Equitable Building, and then pushed back slightly from the river's edge, we have Tribune Towers. It's the winner of a contest from 1922 to design the most beautiful building in the world. And then last but not least, right across the street, that white building is the Wrigley Building, completed in 1924. So most people know the name Wrigley as the people who make the gum. Originally, they were the people who made the soap. The soap wasn't selling well, so they started to put gum on the packages of soap as an incentive for people to buy it. People hated the soap, but they loved the gum, so they got rid of the soap altogether, stuck with the gum. The rest is history. So ladies and gentlemen, we are docking the boat. I'm going to ask you to remain where you are until you get word that says it is okay for you to leave.